So this is probability unit. Student handout 1 is Intro to Simple Probability. Simple is a very key word there. It is pretty simple. Probability is the likelihood of an event happening and is expressed as a number between 0 and 1. What kind of numbers fall between 0 and 1? Decimals. What other kind of numbers? Fractions. Percents. That is what probability deals with. Decimals, fractions, percents. It says label the terms on the number line: unlikely, equally likely, impossible, certain, and likely. I have a number line here from 0 to 1. Well, if it's 0, it's like a 0% chance of something happening. What word would describe that? Impossible. One whole is like what percent? 100%. So what word would describe 100% chance of something happening?
Certain.
Certain. Well, half, what percent is that?
50.
So the chances of something happening is 50%. What would that be? Equally likely. 50-50. We're left with unlikely and likely. Well, if I'm closer to 0% chance of happening, is that unlikely or likely? Unlikely of happening. And if I'm closer to 100% happening, that would be likely. So I have some examples down here, and we're going to label them with one of these words for the chances of it happening. Snowing when it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside.
Unlikely.
Why impossible?
Freezing
is 32. We're assuming. Shh, we're assuming in the clouds it's saying it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It said outside. Shh. Burning your dinner if you cook it too long. Does it happen every time? No, but it is likely.
So this has.
Ask questions.
Okay, so this has to just do with like not about. It is math, but like you have to know from prior like out of school knowledge to know.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Water boiling at 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Impossible.
Why impossible?
Because water boils like when something.
It's supposed to be 78 degrees outside today. Do you think the lake's going to start boiling?
No.
No, it's impossible.
What is the boiling point
I think it's like,
I thought it was like 120.
it's 120 something.
22 and 121.
120s, I believe. Getting a ticket if you are speeding.
Likely.
Are you getting one every time you speed?
No.
No, but you're pretty likely to get one.
I'm pretty sure you would get one every time you speed once.
True. Okay, next one's for our football people. Scoring from a safety in a football game. How often does that happen?
Unlikely.
Very rare that it happens. So what could I say there?
Unlikely.
It's unlikely.
What is that?
You get 2 comments.
It's whenever you tackle the other
The other team
in the end zone.
Oh my goodness.
Your end zone.
So, yeah, for non-football people. A coin,
Next.
do you mind? A coin landing on heads when it is flipped.
Equally likely.
Equally likely. It's got a 50-50 shot. All right, let's get into simple probability. Simple probability is the ratio of successful outcomes to the total number of outcomes. It is sometimes written like this, with a P representing the word probability, and whatever's in parentheses is what you're looking for. So, I'm looking for the A's over total outcome, or you could have it successful
Could you put
over total.
Could you put A just over total?
That's a what?
Instead of an outcome?
What?
Can you put A over total instead of having to put outcomes, or does it like make a difference?
I mean, just write it. Took 5 minutes to rationalize why not to write it when you could have just written it. Complement. Obviously, I don't feel like you know what a math complement is just yet, but what do you know about a complement in general?
You're looking especially grateful today.
That's a nice statement.
It's a nice statement towards somebody. You're complimenting something about that person. So, a compliment, let's say that I woke up 75% happy today. And how far away am I from being 100% happy?
25.
Okay, I'm 25% away. So how much percent did I not wake up happy today?
25.
25%. If someone gave me a compliment, that could push me all the way to being 100% happy, right? So a compliment is like the opposite of something. The probability of an event not occurring is a compliment. If I take the event, like I woke up 75% happy, and the compliment gave me my 25%. Yes? Where did I leave off? I woke up 75% happy. My compliment gave me my other 25%. And when I added that together, what did I get? 100%. And 100% is the sum of one whole. So the complement is your missing piece. Notice with complement, they're not going to directly ask you for a compliment. They're just going to put an apostrophe on the word probability or the letter. So, if there is an apostrophe, they want the not. So, not A or not successful over total.
So A means successful?
Yeah, basically. So number 7 here, I have some marbles, and I'm going to find the probability. The first one, they want me to find the probability of stripes. Well, how many marbles have stripes? 1. How many? That's my successful. How many total marbles were there?
5.
5. Can this fraction be reduced?
No.
So my probability of picking a marble with stripes would be 1 out of 5. The next one, I have an apostrophe on P, so that means not. So I want the probability of not being diamonds. So how many marbles do not have diamonds?
3.
3. Out of how many total marbles?
5.
5. So the probability, the complement, or probability of not getting diamonds is 3/5. Number 8, I have a spinner. I want to first see the probability of getting a W. How many have a W? 1 out of how many total spaces? 7. Can that be simplified?
No.
So 1/7 would be my probability. Next, I have the probability of not being a vowel. So how many letters are not a vowel here?
5.
5. How many total letters are there?
7.
So the probability of not a vowel would be 5/7.
Okay, I get
Yes?
Will it always be a fraction, or will it be a percent, or something like that?
Well, tell me. The question was, will it always be a fraction or will it be a percent or something like that? Pretty sure
Oh, yeah.
that all of these mean the same thing, right? So all 3 of these are correct answers for probability. Sometimes we like seeing it in fractions, sometimes we like seeing it in percents. Simple probability is normally in a fraction, but we like to see it in percents though.
it. Is it like never in a decimal or something?
It's in a decimal sometimes, but it just not often, no. Number 9 says we have a standard number cube is rolled. A standard number cube is rolled. How many sides is on a cube?
6.
6. So what is the probability of landing on a 6? How many sides has a 6 on it? 1 out of how many total sides?
6.
So the probability would be 1/6. Next, I need to find the probability of landing on a 5. How many sides have a 5 on it? 1 out of how many total sides? 6. So again, the same probability. Next, probability of landing on an odd number. How many sides are odd?
3.
3 out of how many total sides?
6.
So, can that be simplified?
Yes.
My probability would then be 1/2. Probabilities are always simplified. 10. I have a laundry basket of 24 socks. 6 are navy, 10 are black, and the remaining are white. What would be the probability of black socks? Well, how many black socks are there?
10.
10. How many total socks?
24.
24. Can that be simplified?
Yes.
2, 5 12s. Now white socks. How many white socks are there?
8.
There are 8. How many total? 24. Can that be reduced?
1/3.
1/3. And navy. How many navy socks? 6 over 24. That reduces to 1/4.
Every single one.
Shh. Number 11. I got another spinner. The probability of spinning not a 6. How many numbers are not 6?
5.
6.
6. 6.
There's 7 numbers in
There's
total.
7 numbers. So 6 are not 6. How many total numbers? Can that be reduced? So 6/7 is my probability. The probability of getting a 3 or a 4.
5 7.
How many is a 3 or a 4? 2. How many total?
7.
Can that be reduced? No. An odd number. How many spots are odd?
4.
4 out of how many total spots?
7.
Can that be reduced? So 4/7 would be my probability there. The letters in the word soccer are put into a bag and drawn randomly. What is the probability of choosing a vowel? Well, how many letters are vowels? 2 out of how many total letters? Can that be reduced? 1/3. Probability of a consonant. How many letters are consonants?
4.
4 out of how many total?
6.
Can that be reduced? 2 2/3, please. The letter C. How many letters are C's?
2.
Out of 6 total, that can be reduced to 1/3 as well. Not a vowel. All right. 13. At the pediatrician's office, patients are able to draw a toy from the toy bin. The toy bin has 12 puzzles, 16 boxes of crayons, and 2 bouncy balls. What is the probability of drawing anything but a bouncy ball? So how many is not a bouncy ball?
28 out of 30.
I need to first know a total. How many total items are in the bin?
30.
30. All right, well, how many items are not a bouncy ball? 28 out of 30. Can that reduce
Yes.
to
14.
14/15? Probability of a box of crayons. How many boxes of crayons were there?
16.
Out of total items?
30.
Can that reduce?
8 over 15.
8 over 15. Wonderful. A puzzle. What's the probability of a puzzle?
12 over 30.
12 over 30. Can that reduce to
6 over 15.
6 over 15? It can reduce again.
3 to
2.
I can divide both by 6, huh?
No, by 30.
15 goes by 3, so does 6. So
2 over
You can't do 12 and 30 divided by 6?
Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong way. Whoops. Okay.
That gives me 2 fifths.
Why do we have so many problems?
14. In a movie drawer, there are 7 action movies, 5 comedies, and 3 dramas. What is the probability? First, did they tell me a total?
No, it's 15.
How many total movies are in the drawer?
15.
15. I need to know of drawing a drama out. Well, how many dramas were there?
3.
Out of
15.
15, that reduces to 1/5. Anything but a comedy. How many is everything but comedies?
15.
10 out of 15, and that is 2/3. And the probability of picking an action. How many are action? 7 out of 15. Can that reduce?
No.
No. And I think we only have one more. 15 says, students standing in the line for lunch were surveyed about their favorite meal. Their responses are shown below. If a student is picked randomly, then which of the following is true? A says, A student's favorite meal is half as likely to be pizza than spaghetti. Is pizza half the spaghetti?
No.
So is A true?
No.
Student's favorite meal is more likely to be fajitas than pizza. Is that true? No. Student's favorite meal is twice as likely to be spaghetti than pizza. Is spaghetti twice the pizza? No. The student's favorite meal is twice as likely to be fajitas than spaghetti. Yes. So, D. So, you have homework 1. When is that being checked? Tuesday. I should check it Monday, since you have plenty of time to get it knocked out now. Your Geo Packet 2 should already be turned into the box.
Where would you like to do it?
Next